Alright guys, welcome back. We're gonna go and we're gonna check out Omar the Poet. And we're gonna see what he has to say. It is hope you enjoyed your first sights of our beautiful city of Shapir. So Abdullah is here, so let's sit. Shima is going to bring us some food. Tonight's meal is honeyed lamb with almonds and curry chicken. It is hoped you will enjoy yourself. Thank you. You are, of course, most welcome, my hero. Let's eat. And I think tonight is the night. Let's ask about time. Is it not late enough? Alright. Let's use the menu then. Time and day is Control D. Okay, I'll try and remember that. The night is still young on day 1. Let's ask about Omar. It is said the poet sees the soul and lets it fly. I too was a poet in my youth. Okay, ask about poet. Nah, I figured I'd get the same response. Alright, so I really didn't get a great turnout there. Maybe Shamin has a better answer. Ask about Omar. Poetry is revered in this land. The words of the poet Omar speak both to the heart and to the mind. So, it's day 1. Maybe that's why Omar isn't showing up. It's kind of odd. Well, I guess I'm just going to go to sleep. I thought Omar... They told me Omar was going to appear, but regrettably, I did kind of show up. Welcome, hero. I did kind of mess with the timeline a little bit to adjust. Do not forget that Shima dances this night. Ah, okay. So I did kind of mess with the timeline a little bit when I fixed my character and I couldn't save him. And this guy's trying to sell me a duck, which we know we can't buy from him. So now that it's day 2, we should be able to go outside and buy the Saurus. Yep, there he is, Ali Fakir. Ah, there you are. I've been looking for you. Although for the life of me, I can't imagine why. Alright, so we know this guy is going to talk a whole bunch. And, actually, I don't have to walk you guys through every little, walk away and back and forth, whatever. I could just buy the Saurus now. I could just bargain for it. I could type bargain for Saurus. Let's see, my asking price was 50, your calling price 10, I raised you 2 clubs, you doubled, I redoubled, the stock market crashed, I doubled, you double, you called me, just what I'll never repeat, and we came to a gentleman's agreement at 20 dinars. How we got the gentleman to agree is beyond me. Now, that's actually not how it's supposed to work. You can get it even cheaper than that. So if you keep walking away from him and you keep coming back, eventually, true love at first sight. Seeing that you 2 kids are hitting it off from the start, it sounds like a good time to start heading off. Hello, I must be going. An exit line if ever I heard one. And he just walks off. And the guard says, I will be honored to put your Saurus back in the stable for you, Effendi. So, what I was trying to say before is that if you do what I did before and kept walking back and forth to the point where he almost kills you, not that he kills you, but basically the game kills you, you get the best price, which I think is 5 dinars. I only paid 20 for it. I'm not going to complain too much. especially since I can cheat. And it's a Let's Play, so, you know, I'm not making that big deal about it. So, let me just look at my source. In Spielberg, these things weren't so friendly. Alright, great. Let me ask about Saurus. You can see the riding Saurus is in the stable over there. They are intelligent and brave creatures, willing to obey the slightest command from their master. They will take you wherever you wish, and come to your aid against monsters. Best of all, they can always find their way back to where they are stabled, so you need never get lost. Okay. Well... if you say hold Saurus... Please, Effendi, 1,000 pardons. How about keep Saurus? Alright, well, he'll just hold it for you, because you have it in your inventory now. So you don't really have to worry about it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my map. And... oh, sorry, it doesn't work out here. Only in the streets of Shapir does the map work. And what I'm going to do is I am going to let me stop walking so the map works. And I am going to go back to the Palace Plaza, because we were told by Keep on Laughing that there was a astrologer, and even though I have a map, unfortunately I still have to use a hand printed map over here, somewhat, which kind of stinks. But if I go to the right here, and I follow this all the way as a straight path, it should bring me to the astrologer. So it's a little twisty and turny, but this is the direction that the astrologer lays. You don't want to turn there, you want to keep going. I always like the music in here. Come in, Hassan, come in. Oh, that is not you, is it? It is hard for me to tell at such a distance. Now, you find out later that Hassan is actually his lens cleaner. Come in anyway and welcome. I am Abu al-Najun, and I am the astrologer of the stars and omens. Who are you that I might know you? What might I call you? So you can tell him anything, but I'll stick to my name. Ah, matches. This is indeed a name for heroes. Really? It is well that you have come then. The signs show that we will need one here soon. A hero, I guess he means. So we got points just for finding this place. So I will ask him about himself. Ask about astrologer. I have been stargazing since I was little. There is so much to learn from astrology. Okay. Ask about stars. The relationship of the stars influence our lives constantly. I'll ask about life. You know, I have never seen the stars in that particular configuration. Alright. Ask about Shapir. The eye of the shadow is over the city. The dark hand is moving towards us. There will be misfortune here shortly. Oh, let's ask him about the future. Sounds bleak. If you wish to know your fortune, I will need to know your guiding signs. Tell me about your past and the things you have done. So, I have to type in tell about self. You have lived a most interesting life. I will look into what signs have guided your life thus far and see how they will affect you in the future. This will take many hours, so you will need to come back some other day. So there's other things that we can click on in here, and I'll show you. there's a rebus on the wall, and for those of you who don't know what a rebus is, it's basically pictures and letters put together to form a phrase. Now, I've been playing this game since I'm about 8 years old, and so that's about 30 years that I've been staring at this thing. And it took me probably 20-something years until I actually realized what this is. It says, if you can't see, P plus kaboom minus M I. And I always thought this was a mountain, but I think that it's a wave and a U. But I could see how someone might think it's a mountain or a wave or water and like a horseshoe. But what it actually is supposed to be, I think, is peekaboo, because it's peekaboom, minus the M, so peekaboo, I, and this water here is supposed to be C, U. So it's peekaboo, I see you. Folks, I just want you to know that that took me 20-something years to figure out. And I don't consider myself to be a dense or dull person at all. It's just, I think graphically, it's not the easiest rebus to figure out. Anyway, I'm going to click on some stuff. You used to have a magic 8-ball that performed much the same function as this dartboard. Let's see what this chart says. The stars are all out of place compared to Spielberg. Where the heck is this place? The ladder must lead to the roof, where the stargazing is better. You've heard of 4-poster beds, but this is ridiculous. It's only a model of a planetary system. It isn't the real thing. Let's see, P plus explosion, no wait, plus kaboom. Oh heck, you were never good at these things anyway. Like I said, guys, I must not be. Every day the astrologer thanks his lucky stars that he has lucky stars. Skillful weaving by willful weavers. And that's pretty much all you get out of this stuff. A star with a hole like a donut, how interesting. And that's about all that we can get out of this guy. We can come back in the future and get our fortune, but as of right now, that's all we can do. But I am going to ask him about Aziza. The stars have very little to say about that. Okay, so he doesn't have anything to say about Aziza. So we'll leave. If you need to know more about the future, visit me again when it arrives. So, yeah, rather than traversing these convoluted streets, I'm going to go back to my map. And I'm going to bring us to the place that is closest to Aziza. Now, Aziza is in this little street over here. And we'll probably spend a decent amount of time there. But because it's going to take a while to get there, and then once we're there, we'll spend so much time there, what I'm actually going to do first is I'm going to take us over here. I'm going to check the time real quick, which I believe now is Control B. It's mid-morning still, so I have time. If you're exploring the desert, you should visit the dervish of the oasis. He is a very wise man. Okay. Now your Saurus will always be waiting here, so if you type in take Saurus, you can't get the red Saurus. Okay. Take green Saurus. Okay, you have to be specific. Okay, and then you basically mount him and you ride off on him. So this is where I'm going to save the game. I'm going to be one screen south now of the city. And it's very dangerous outside, folks. You don't want to get caught out here. And before I go too far, I'm going to save the game. And I'm going to call this one Desert. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fight some creatures, because when I remade my character, I remade it as a fighter. Because you get certain points for being a paladin and other things that you don't when you're a thief. And in my inventory, I still have my Thieves Toolkit, my license, and other things, plus all my spells. So essentially, I'm still the same, so I'm not really worried. So let's see if we can come across some things to fight. There should be things like jackalmen and ghouls to fight. Basically, I'm just going to... Whoa! Okay, so my source ran away. Let's check this thing out. Okay, so you'll see that the interface for fighting has changed a little bit. It's really not too different. You still use the arrow keys, and they do the same thing. So I'm basically just stabbing this thing, and this is called a Pterosaurus. Honestly, I think that this is a step down from the last game because you get more of a high-res look at the creatures. I don't think this is better. Not better looking, at least. I think the last game was cooler, even though it was maybe a little jerkier. But yeah, whatever. Alright, well, it's getting a little close here. Hopefully I can kill this thing. Come on. There we go. Alright. You have killed the mighty Pterosaurus. And as a fighter, as you can see, I got 3 points for that. So I'm going to search the body. You find nothing of value. Look body. Pterosaurus is quite dead. Can I take its claws or something? You have no use for its claws. Okay, so I'm pretty low on life, and I don't have any healing potions or anything, so I'm probably going to just end the video here. And next time, we will visit Aziza and find out what she's all about. Thanks, guys. See you next time.